Fast Market here on the TD Ameritrade Network. I'm Tom White, joined by my co-host Kevin Hinks. But let's bring in our next guest for our cash tag segment. It's going to be Andy Swan, the co-founder of LikeFolio. Welcome back to the show, Andy.
Hey, thanks.
All right, so we're talking Ulta, we're talking beauty supplies, we're talking, their partnership with Target, their rewards program. But this stock's hitting all-time highs, firing on all cylinders here, Andy. Do you have data supporting these moves in the stock?
Yeah, we really do. I think it was Leonard Lauder from the Estee Lauder company that coined the term the lipstick index, which essentially said when consumers don't have the money to splurge on a vacation or a new car, they go for cosmetics and lipstick and makeup as a way to express themselves and to make their time on the town a little nicer without spending so much money. And we're really seeing that come through in this economy. We're seeing demand for makeup in general is up 51% year over year. Really kind of it's a negative signal for the economy, but a positive signal for a company like Ulta, who sells these cosmetics to people and is doing very, very well, even versus competitors. We see Ulta, when we stack it up against competitors, clearly the strongest brand in the LikeFolio universe among cosmetics manufacturers and retailers. And so we think Ulta, here at all-time highs, very attractive still. Stocks that make all-time highs tend to make new all-time highs over and over again, and I think that's probably what's going on with Ulta. We have a big macro tailwind with makeup demand and a best-of-breed company in Ulta with consumer demand for their products specifically outpacing that of competitors. So all in all, a very good story for Ulta as we head into earnings.
Andy, what's making the difference here for Ulta lately? I mean, the chart on this stock is out of control, actually, on the upside. Is it the relationship with Target? Is it just the simple, they took a big dip during the pandemic and now that pent-up demand is just surging forward? What do you think in your data? And another point is, I think their relationship with Target is the most in line. The Sephora-Kohl's relationship doesn't seem as in line as the Target-Ulta. What do you think is the number one thing affecting? Because this stock is off the leash, Andy.
Yeah, it is. And I have to admit, I'm not in any way their target customer, but it does make complete sense to me that if I were in the makeup or cosmetics business at Ulta's price points, that Target is the one place I would want to be. It certainly wouldn't be Kohl's. So I think that relationship's doing well. In LikeFolio data, we see that relationship is doing very, very well for Ulta. And, quite frankly, this is a company that makes the types of products that consumers want right now. They're looking for chemical-free, natural products. Some of the stuff Ulta really specializes in and has built their brand around is exactly what's popping on consumers' minds. And so I think it's right place, right time, right partnership, right product. They're just kind of executing on all cylinders at this point.
Yeah, and Andy, I mentioned their rewards program, Ultimate. They got 37 million members. They account for 95% of the company's annual sales. And we've seen this with Chipotle and some other names that you guys cover for us. Is that the key that Ulta has over their competitors, according to your data? Or is that where you see, okay, I'm a member, and they're the ones that keep spending more and more money, and then you've got them locked in?
Yeah, it's kind of business 101. It's easier to sell to an existing or prior customer than to a new customer. And if you make new customers really happy, they tend to come back and buy more from you. The loyalty program, the rewards program just helps lock that in and helps track that. But I think the real story for Ulta is this is a company that makes what consumers want. They make their customers very happy, and those customers are happy to come back and ring the register again for this company. So I think that's something that just continues to build on itself, until they trip up. And while they have this macro tailwind of cosmetics generally flying off the shelves everywhere. It's great to be best of breed with a tailwind behind you, and that's exactly what Ulta is right now.
Now, Andy, when I look at a chart like this where it's hitting all-time highs, the RSI on a technical basis is overbought at this point, and the optimism and euphoria in this stock kind of scares me a little bit. But what kind of score do you guys have for earnings going into this report?
Yeah, we have a pretty bullish score. Plus 61 is pretty high in our world. So we're bullish into this, even with the stock at all-time highs. Like I said before, I think sometimes as investors we get scared of all-time highs. But the truth is, there's no selling pressure above us. There's no supply prices above us, and so I think all-time highs a lot of times can lead to big breakouts. And I don't know that that's what will happen with Ulta, but I think that all of the elements are there for that type of thing to occur if they put up the numbers and the guidance that we expect that they will.
Yeah, especially in this type of market environment, Andy, is the fact that this stock's hitting all-time highs in a pretty choppy and volatile time period. Maybe there's a reason for that, because they can keep on hitting their numbers at this point, because stocks have been getting punished if you miss even the slightest. All right, great stuff as always, Andy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that's Andy Swan, the co-founder of LikeFolio, breaking down the data on Ulta into this earnings report.